Things are changing and fast here in Columbus. Is it still affordable in 2023? Hey, what's up guys? Andy Howell, local real estate agent right here in Columbus. Today's video, we are talking about cost of living here in Columbus, 2023 edition. As you know, there are a lot of people moving here, and that has definitely changed affordability in the area. Real quick though, before we get into the video, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. Your subscription means so much. It lets me know that I'm on the right track, that I'm providing value. Also, hey, if you're a real estate agent watching this video, I know you are because I hear from you guys. Would love to help you make these videos for you and help your business. Reach out, happy to help. So without further ado, cost of living here in Columbus. When we moved back from Colorado in 2012 back to Columbus, we were absolutely shocked how affordable it was. That has changed somewhat with a lot of people moving here, but the reason ultimately we stuck around is because that affordability, we felt like as a family with 2 young children, we could provide great opportunities for our kids that we couldn't provide out there. And despite the lure of the mountains and all that sunshine, we decided to stay here in Columbus and raise our family. To be honest, we really have not looked back since then. So the last time I did this video, Columbus was about 22% cheaper than the national average. Today, it's about 14% cheaper than the national average. So again, you know, it has gotten more expensive, but I wanted to dive in and take a look at a couple different categories and how they relate to cost of living. And those categories largely are housing, transportation, energy, utilities, healthcare, and food. So let's dig into a little bit and let's start with housing. You know, 5 years ago, back in 2017, the average home price here in Columbus was $150,000, $157,000 to be precise. You know, fast forward to 2023, that number is over $300,000. So housing has been affected in a huge way. Affordability of housing used to be a major strong point, but everywhere has become less affordable. I mean, we have been on an absolute bull run for like 10 to 12 years in most of the country. And with the pandemic and everything, real estate prices pretty much went parabolic. I mean, we had 14% price appreciation for 2 years in a row, and that's absolutely unsustainable. Just to give you some sort of frame of reference for how many standard deviations that is away from the average. The last 25-year average home appreciation was like 3.5% to 4%. So 14%, completely unsustainable. Interest rates have doubled in the last year, so that has slowed down the market at least some, but I do anticipate with all these people moving here and everything we got going on here in Columbus for housing to continue to be more and more expensive. Affordable housing is certainly something we severely lack here in the Central Ohio area, and we're already short houses as it is. And I think the projections are with Intel coming in, we're going to be short like 10,000 houses. So home developers, they're really far behind. We've got to get busy building more houses, and especially more affordable houses for our residents here. Next up, transportation. If you live here in Columbus, you are, in most cases, going to need a car. You guys have heard me mention that the public transportation system isn't great here, and where you can get places, maybe you can't get there as efficiently as you would like, so plan on having a car. The good thing is, though, that gas is relatively cheap here in the state of Ohio in general. We are about the middle of the pack compared to other states, ranking about 20th, the 20th cheapest gas of anywhere in the country. So that is a good thing. And then second thing with transportation is just ease of getting around. Commute times are short, only about 21 minutes each way. As the 14th largest city, there are about 76 other cities that have longer commute times than we do here in Columbus. So that's maybe not necessarily a direct cost, but a cost and quality of life for sure. A lower commute time means less windshield time for you. Next up, let's talk about energy and utilities. Utilities on average are going to be about 7% lower than the national average here. That's a great thing. And that leads me into, healthcare. This is a huge cost saving and cost of living here in Columbus. We're about 25% cheaper for healthcare than the national average. And part of that is due to all the competition we got in the area. We have some major hospital systems. We've got Ohio Health, we've got OSU, and we've got Mount Carmel, and all that competition means better prices for you as the consumer, and that is a very good thing. So let's talk about food. Food is relatively less expensive here in the Ohio area. Again, ranking like gas, price of gas, about 20th compared to other states. And I don't really know why exactly that is, but it might have something to do with, we have Kroger's located here in Ohio, down in Cincinnati. And then just, you guys have heard me talk about the logistics advantages here. So, chances are, a lot of food's being shipped through this area. That's a good thing. And then a lot of food is produced in Ohio in general. If you go outside the major metro area here, you're gonna find lots of farms, lots of produce farms, and that's a very good thing. Cost of food, though, has gone up just like everywhere else. Next up is taxes. Taxes are really expensive here. Property taxes are really expensive here in Ohio. We rank in the top 10 of most expensive places in the country for property taxes. So those savings that you would have had in your housing, you're going to be given some of that back in the form of taxes, which, to be honest, nobody loves the idea of paying extra, but I think that Columbus does a pretty good job of deploying those tax dollars. We have some great parks. We've got over 20 metro parks. We got the bike path. We have great public libraries. We've got great programs for seniors, for people with disabilities, and about 65% of all those property tax dollars goes back into the school system. So, that's gonna help our future leaders and everything. And I just had last couple of years, had some friends move down to South Carolina because, there were some job opportunities down there, and it is a lot less expensive down there compared to Columbus. However, they had to call 911, and it took the ambulance literally half an hour to get there. Thankfully, it wasn't a life-threatening thing, but my wife is working as a nurse in the hospital system here, and it's like a 7-minute average if you call 911 till the squad's at your door here. So that is really hard to put a price tag on your life, right? So really that is just like a complete generalization view of the cost of living here in Columbus, the average view. Of course, we're gonna have areas that are less expensive. We're gonna have areas that are most expensive. I really hope this video was helpful for you. Please reach out if you have any questions, any follow-up questions. Would love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.